In icy snow, a baby boy is left by road. The man saw his fancy clothes. He guessed he's from a rich family, so he quickly took the boy home. He planned rich folks would come asking, and he'd extort a big ransom. But what no one expected, 10 years passed, the baby's grown, but his family never came. Luckily, young Moo's a kind woman. For 10 years, she never spoke of Remi's past, but she cared for him like her own, giving selfless mother's love. Under her care, little Remi had a healthy, carefree childhood. But a letter one day broke their peace. His foster dad, working 6 years away, was badly hurt, urgently needing 400 francs to heal. But foster mom emptied their savings. It wasn't enough. She'd to sell their calf to a neighbor. The calf's Remi's only friend. He's so sad, but to save his foster dad, he could only watch it go. The calves led away. Luckily, the neighbor's not far. Every quiet night, Remi would sneak out to see his calf, to stop it from being beaten. He even stole neighbors' whips. Seeing the calf's wounds, he's heartbroken, but he could only pet it, humming songs to soothe its soul. One night, Remi's singing drew an old man. He stopped there for a long time, not making a sound till Remi saw him. He quickly vanished with his lamp into the night. Back home, Remi found his injured foster dad returned. Seeing Remi, his dad's face darkened. He spoke sarcastically, scolding his wife. She's still raising this kid after 6 years. No wonder it's hard to get my medical funds. All the money's spent on Remi. He got angrier and angrier, even deciding to send Remi to an orphanage. Foster mom disagreed. She'd long seen Remi as her own. The couple had a huge fight. Little Remi, scared by this, could only cover his ears, hid in a corner. Afterwards, loving foster mom comforted Remi, showed him the clothes he wore when found. Clothes told him his true past. Remi found it unbelievable, but sensible. He still comforted mom, saying, "No matter what, I'm your child." She tossed, turned with worries, then slept. Who knew next morning? Foster mom happily said foster dad won't send her to an orphanage. They'll explain their situation to the government, maybe apply for a subsidy. Hearing this, Remi's overjoyed, immediately hugged her mom tightly. After lunch, Remi followed her foster dad to town, with deep hope. But what no one expected, this was foster dad's evil plot to trick Remi, send her to the orphanage. Knowing the truth, Remi wouldn't comply. She pushed her foster dad, ran desperately home. The town's residents, hearing foster dad say, "The kid's lost," immediately chased, trapping Remi in a tavern, leaving her no escape. Just as she's most helpless, an old man spoke up. He's the one who'd heard Remi sing in the cow sheet. After he understood the story, the full story, he pulled out 30 francs, placed them before foster dad, saying this isn't buying Remi, but hiring him for a year's work. Greedy foster dad thought, why not? He instantly took the old man's money. And Remi, tied with a belt by the old man, led from the tavern under everyone's gaze. Passing her home, Remi saw her mom waving. He immediately cried out. Mom heard, rushed to him, but her husband's back, and her weak body couldn't resist. She could only watch Remi taken away. That night, Remi and the old man slept in a suburban house. He quietly took off his belt, planning to sneak out. But opening the door, he heard wolf howls. He quickly shut the door. The old man's already awake. He didn't blame Remi at all. Instead, he told Remi he's a wandering artist. "I've not been touched. I've never touched any child. I've never touched you. If you weren't here, you'd sleep late. Escaping today isn't possible." So Remi just lay back. She took out her childhood clothes, looked at them, then let out her grief. She blamed her unknown past for all this pain. But then, the old man sensed Remi's mood, warmly wiping her tears. This brought warmth to Remi's young heart. Warm comfort. Next morning, the old man, kid, dog, and monkey reached another town. He immediately took Remi to a clothing store, bought her new clothes. Remi's confused why he'd spend so much. He clearly wasn't rich. The old man smiled, admitted it, said he's willing to spend on Remi, because he found Remi has a rare singing talent. He doesn't want that talent wasted. Plus Remi's performances will earn more money. He then began setting up his tools to show Remi the ropes. He put his music box on, it made dreamy music. Curious kids were quickly drawn, they followed him. And more kids joined. When they reached the busiest spot, they'd gathered a large crowd. Then, the old man struck while hot, did a fun show, with the golden retriever and monkey, making everyone laugh. Applause came and went. Seeing the show go well, the old man used the chance for Remi to sing. But this Remi's first time facing so many. He's so nervous he couldn't make a sound, till he finally lost courage, and ran away, confused. Afterwards, the old man comforted Remi, saying, "First times are like this. You'll be fine with more tries." But Remi felt she'd no talent. The old man's just tricking kids. She just wanted to go home. She sat glumly in the grass for ages, till the golden retriever brought her a paper. Seeing the old man young, She then got curious, approached him, heard his past. The old man was once a famous violinist, so he could easily spot Remi's talent, his authorities beyond doubt. He became a wandering artist because of painful past events, but he didn't want to say, realizing Remi couldn't read. The old man gave her a carved wooden block. He wanted to teach her to read. So when Remi missed her mom, she could write her letters. If they continued performing, they could also send money home. Hearing this, Remi felt he made sense, so she decided to stay. She learned singing from the old man. In the days ahead, Remi's the old man's assistant by day, and studied hard by night. After some time, she finally wrote a full letter to foster mom. It's simple, but enough for foster mom to know she's well. Foster mom's relieved. As time passed, Remi's singing skills greatly improved. The old man's pleased. Wrote down the tunes Remi hummed, as a reward for her. Who knew this unintentional act changed Remi's life? One day, the old man realized Remi's ready to perform. He blindfolded her, took her to a wide field, told her to sing loudly as usual. Just then, the old man removed her blindfold. Remi realized. Everyone in the field's drawn by her singing, looking admiringly. Hearing the applause echo in the field, Remi finally smiled. She also overcame her fear of performing for crowds. From then on, Remi started singing for money. Their small troops. Excellent shows attracted many generous patrons, some were even royalty and aristocrats. Remi even made her first friend. A noble girl named Lise, born with crippled legs, who's always in a wheelchair. Maybe it's fate. But she and Remi instantly clicked. They talked endlessly. As the old man prepped to leave, Lisa's mom stopped him, offering more payment to make them stay longer, since she hadn't seen her daughter so happy in ages. But unexpectedly, 2 days later, they met big trouble. Arrogant police, seeing their shabby clothes, used their lack of a business license to seize their performance tools and 2 small animals. Remi, seeing this, shielded the golden retriever. But the officer, he got slapped. His loyal dog, enraged, bit the officer, and the scene instantly got chaotic. Seeing trouble, the old man quickly told Remi to flee with the pets, but he was arrested on the spot. After 2 days' investigation, the judge found the old man's ID was fake. They demanded his real ID, or he'd be jailed for 2 months, but the old man preferred jail over telling the truth, even stopping Remi. For this, Remi was confused. He asked why. Then a painful past was revealed. Back then, the old man's career was booming. He often socialized, enjoying people's adoration, but neglected his family's feelings. Even so, his caring son still lit a candle nightly for his return, to make him feel family's love. But one night, a candle fell onto the carpet, and the fire quickly spread. Unnoticed, it raged. By the time he arrived, it was too late. He just watched his wife and child perish in the fire. For years, he'd felt guilty. Any suffering was penance for not saving his family. Remi understood his pain, promised to wait for him. But he didn't know fate had a cruel twist for the old man. He'd be in a cell with a tuberculosis patient. They'd spend 2 months together. He'd likely get infected. While waiting, Remi moved in with Liz. The 2 friends chatted endlessly. One day, Liz found Remi's baby clothes by accident. Remi told her story. Liz, pitying Remi, felt sympathy. Afterward, their bond grew stronger. Their feelings grew stronger. They spent a wonderful summer together until autumn, when the old man was released. This meant their imminent separation. Liz's mother made dinner because Liz had surgery soon. She hoped Remi would stay with Liz. For Remi's future, she'd pay for specialized training, so Remi could become Liz's personal companion. The old man hesitated but still refused. He rejected Liz's mother's request. He didn't want Remi's talent stifled. Good relationships should be balanced. He hoped one day Remi would return gloriously to propose to Liz. For a beautiful ending. Remi thought this made sense. Becoming successful on her own was her greatest desire, so she chose to say goodbye to Liz and embarked on the journey with the old man. But unexpectedly, his condition worsened daily. Their pace slowed. By nightfall, they were still in the woods, unluckily targeted by wolves. Seeing green-eyed wolves closing in, the monkey hid in a tree. Luckily, the old man noticed a small wooden house nearby. They rushed over, and the brave golden retriever, buying them time, faced the wolves, confronted the wolf pack. Remi thought the golden retriever was doomed. It only had minor injuries. That night, they stayed up, worried for the monkey. They waited till dawn to search. Good news, the monkey was alive but unconscious from the cold. Afterward, they checked into a hotel. The old man spent all his savings on a doctor. They discovered the monkey had more than a cold. The monkey not only had a cold, but also a chest tumor requiring surgery. The doctor noticed the old man's condition. He advised the old man to seek early treatment, but he refused due to lack of money. Saving the monkey was urgent. To pay for its surgery, the old man had to work again, taking out his old violin, his long-stored violin. With the hotel owner's permission, he played his first song in years in the lobby. The beautiful melody captivated everyone. He instantly made the ordinary hotel feel noble. His moving performance not only moved Remi, but also deeply touched everyone. He earned a good sum, rewards, but he was still 20 francs short for the monkey's medical fees. Unexpectedly, an elegant lady appeared. She recognized the old man from his performance. Seeing her idol, she was incredibly excited, but the old man wouldn't admit his identity. The lady understood, and, as an audience member, left a sum, money. The old man was grateful. With it, the monkey would be saved. Remi ran happily, back to the room. Unexpectedly, the monkey had passed away. This was Remi's first loss. She was heartbroken. She cried uncontrollably. With heavy hearts, they buried the monkey under a tree. 2 days later, Remi urged the old man to use the money for treatment. Unexpectedly, a letter from Liz disrupted their plans. Liz excitedly wrote her mother's fabric was identical to Remi's baby clothes, a rare material. It was only briefly popular in high society 10 years ago. So, her mother found the fabric's manufacturer. This led them to Remi's birth parents. Both were overjoyed. The old man immediately took Remi to England. A lawyer, claiming to be Remi's uncle, met them. He quickly confirmed Remi's identity. He rushed to take Remi to her birth parents. En route, Remi was both eager and anxious, fearing what to say. But upon arrival, the sight was shocking. Their castle was dilapidated. A lazy couple ran out frantically, claiming to be Remi's birth parents, showering her with affection. But Remi felt nothing. She felt nothing. At dinner, they discussed Remi's disappearance. The father claimed his mistress stole Remi. But the old man remembered the lawyer said a man stole her. Seeing inconsistent stories, he grew suspicious, but he lacked proof, so he temporarily left Remi there. Unexpectedly, that night Remi discovered their plan. Remi exposed their plan. The fat woman claiming to be her mother got her name wrong. I thought you'd be well off. I thought you'd be well off. Thought you'd be well off? You'd be well off? Their property grew, so he got impatient. Secretly stole young Remi to inherit first. The fake father wanted to smother Remi, but couldn't harm such a helpless little life. So he sent him to distant Paris, abandoning him by the road. The old man then forced out Remi's birth mother's location, 6 kilometers away. The old man, without hesitation, rushed into the snowstorm with Remi. En route, they struggled onward. The old man's cough worsened. Remi fainted. He had no choice but to carry Remi slowly. When he couldn't endure the snow, he carried him into a ruined church, using his body heat to protect Remi's life. Unfortunately, he didn't survive until the golden retriever brought help. He died that snowy night. By then, Remi woke, calling for the old man, but he was unresponsive. Remi was heartbroken and fainted again. The next day, Remi woke to an elegant, beautiful noblewoman before him. Remi asked about the old man, but got the worst news from the noblewoman. Just then, Remi's uncle arrived, claiming Remi was a liar, asking the woman to hand him over. But she didn't comply. She felt Remi was too weak. Liar or not, he needed rest. The uncle was helpless. To conceal his intentions, he left, uttering threats. Afterward, the housekeeper found Remi's baby clothes and a music sheet, the one the old man composed from Remi's humming. The woman instantly recognized it as their family's lullaby. Remi often cried as a child. She'd hum this lullaby to soothe him. That's why the melody was ingrained in Remi's mind. Now, the truth was out. The woman was Remi's birth mother. Mother and son reunited, crying breathlessly. The uncle's fate wouldn't be good. He'd stolen property. He was jailed for years, then exiled. Years later, Remi became a world-renowned singer. She also fulfilled her promise, marrying Liz gloriously as a noble. They stayed together, happy for life. After her adoptive father died, Remi took in her adoptive mother. As for the old man, Remi never forgot him. She buried him in her garden, visiting often. To her, the old man wasn't just a mentor, but her life's most important benefactor. To honor him, Remi built an orphanage in his name. It housed homeless children. Seeing their innocent smiles, older Remi felt comforted. At this moment, we saw the old man's shadow in her, building a shelter for lonely souls with selfless love, like her mentor once did, a shelter from wind and rain. Okay. The movie ends here. If you liked it, like and follow for more.